Welcome back to the ether. I'm joining you from my new setup on my couch, where I have been asleep for the past week and a half. I have been in deep reintegration mode after my week in Mexico at the Psychic and Mediumship Development Retreat with Heidi Jaffe. We had a life-changing experience. 9 strangers, 2 couples, our film crew, Ari and Vanessa, and Andrea and Rudy, who led the Temazcal and so graciously hosted us at Punta Monterrey. I went into this expecting my life to change because I know how things go. If you have a Sagittarius in your life, you know that we move very quickly. We advance quickly, we learn quickly, make mistakes quickly in order to shoot ourselves into the next timeline. So I went in and I think I even stated in our opening circle that I was ready to change. And I'm very sorry to all of you that we didn't get a Halloween special this year. I was in a bit of a self-preservation mode at that time, trying to avoid burnout, really. It's my favorite time of year, and I made a joke. I said, sometimes the real Halloween is within. I really hope that all of you will be with me next year as we grow. Let me tell you what I learned last week. I learned that the gut feelings and clear messages that I've been receiving all my life are not delusions. I learned that I can finally trust myself, like for fucking real this time. I learned that my intuition about people was not betraying me. Those people were. And I realized for the first time what was really holding me back. And that I am here for a reason. I don't feel like I've been showing up as my most authentic self here. There was and still is some desperate clinging to control to produce perfection. And the pressure wasn't fully metabolizing. I really was hitting burnout, and it's only the beginning. That pressure was self-imposed. I'm a highly sensitive that was like barreling through life. Just going and going and going and going and going and going until death hit me when I was already at my most exhausted. I told Daniel recently on a call that I don't think I've even spoken in 5 years. I didn't plan to have this podcast. And that story will continue to reveal itself, but this is fucking terrifying. I just spent the last week and a half around other human beings, and I came home and lost my voice completely. This is something that has happened before. I didn't realize, how much of myself is meant for me and how much I've been downplaying the chronic pain and all the things that my body goes through. After that week in Mexico, nothing will ever be the same. I've been so tired. And I think I heard Jordan Crowder talk about the solar flares, the solar storms that have been going on. There's been 5 planets in retrograde. And I just had a major psychic awakening. So yeah, I've been fucking asleep. I've taken a long break from this podcast. I only missed 1 week of broadcasting, but I had pre-recorded and just knew that I wanted to recalibrate, that I wanted to come back here with some more authenticity. I'm still figuring out what I want this to be. But as I relinquish control, the more it starts to really take shape. I've been through several layers of hell in this lifetime. And like I said at the beginning, a lot of my personal paranormal experiences are tied to intense traumas. And I'm still tending to a lot of open wounds there. My dad's death anniversary is creeping up. I started this podcast with a laundry list of correlations and knowledge and understanding of my psychic agility course. So I thought. A bunch of really amazing moments that I've still yet to conceptualize or intellectualize or vocalize for you guys. Like, so much I want to unpack. I haven't even touched on any of my own personal stuff, and I realized it was because I was likely avoiding so many personal deaths and the profundity of all that and blah, 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 blah. Last week I felt the dead in my body. People I had never met before. I rattled off random shit at the top of my head and watched the other person nod yes several times. I thought I was going there to connect with my dad. I didn't even realize. What I did realize was that my clairsentience was not some vague feeling, fleeting feeling. It was specific. And then I grieved for a while. the version of myself that would not trust that first thought that I just had verified by strangers was correct. How many times I second guessed myself. And what fucking chaos that led to. For years. I'm almost 39 years old. And my teacher says the work finds you at 40. And I'd say I'm right on time. I feel like a kid. I feel like my world has been broken open again. Again, like, is crazy. Last week I realized I'm a fucking psychic medium. There are 45 of you here. My founding 45. I want you all to know that you are on this journey with me. And I'm still walking it. Obviously. I'm still really raw. It just felt right to share this part with you because the integration looks different for everyone. And my gift is feeling things in my body, and my body has been going through hell. So now I'm in this intricate process of letting go of what is actually not mine. I'm still parsing through all of this myself. A couple weeks ago, I went semi-viral on Threads. I just joined there to promote the podcast and to broaden my, gates of communication. And this process has been an alchemical one, a necessary one. And I was having a difficult moment, and I posted the spoons that Peter and I bent in Lilydale, which opened a portal. I had to block like 75 people calling me a liar. I'm not a liar. Peter's not a liar. The 40 people that were in the room with us that day are not liars. The countless people who have shared their experiences on countless podcasts, the countless research. Is not fake. I'm not a liar. I'm a girly working through grief and chronic pain and who's meeting herself for the first time. And I'm just as shocked as any of you or any of them. I want so many things for this show. And if it wasn't for that week in Mexico with Heidi, I would not have the guts to move forward with anything that I'm about to do. Heidi also read each of us psychically, and I'll get into that. in the episode. But let me tell you, she read me down. I have never seen myself more honestly. That woman does not bullshit. Anyway, I sit here on my couch, the same couch that I slept 12-hour stints on multiple times this week. I have a new camera, new lights, new little setup. It's hours from the time that I will upload this. And Ari and Vanessa so mindfully and artfully created some amazing footage from the retreat, testimonials that I would love to share with you guys, but they will take some time. It does feel perfect to have nice, high quality video for our new transition to YouTube. I'm finally figuring all this out. And realizing that all of this is by design. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't plan to start a podcast. And it's already changed my entire life. I've never sat and recorded myself forward facing like this. It feels crazy, actually. I really value all 45 of you. And as someone that really appreciates production value, it feels really nice to show up here a little more prepared. And this whole experience really deserves to be seen and heard by as many eyes and ears as possible. I want us to grow. And I promise you, and this is not my quote, but your path will isolate you, but it will never abandon you. The tail end of this rain rolls in Los Angeles. Next week, we hear from a very special guest, someone whose work I've been following for over a decade, Michael Cardenas of Old Ways. You've been listening to The Ether, giving form to the formless. I now affirm the sphere dissolved and the transmission complete. So it is.
If you've had a psychic, paranormal, or unexplained experience, you can call or text our listener line, The Void, at 323-332-1190. Follow us on Instagram at EtherPod, and join me at patreon.com/theetherpod. That's TheAetherPod for bonus episodes, guest interviews, ASMR, sound, tarot, and much more. This podcast has been brought to you by SpectreVision Radio. Theme music by Late Life. Created, edited, and produced by Nicole Johnstone.